Hello everybody, this is Debo's Movie Review here, and I will also be reviewing Bandolero, starring James Stewart as Mace Bishop, Dean Martin as D Bishop, alongside Raquel Welch and George Kennedy, who is the marshal on the trail, featuring or sheriff that's on the trail of outlaw Dean Martin, who after a botched robbery, which led to the death of the husband of Welch's character, which starts out with beginning of the movie. Then you got James Stewart, who either kills or just knocks out a hangman and takes his identity to help stage an escape of his brother, which is kind of surprising given how those two basically had a falling out over basically just their position in the Civil War, where Mace Bishop was a Yankee and D Bishop were Royal Quantrill and Jesse James and Lawrence at the Lawrence raid and during the Civil War. And it starts out with botched in the beginning of the movie, back to the beginning of the movie, with a botched robbery in Valverde, where I can't remember, it was Bishop or one of his men kills some dude, and then of course they get tried and sentenced to hang until rescued by Jimmy Stewart's character, Mace Bishop, which was kind of one of the most badass escapes in Western movie history. And his leverage that kidnap would make Raquel Welch's character the damsel in distress, with George Kennedy's sheriff on the trail and personal, because basically he realized the town Heidi's now a widow, and he wants her take, wants to get it, wants his take it, thinks he's want to be able to get his shot at jumping her bone. When she later on develops a Stockholm syndrome sympathy towards D Bishop, played by Martin, and of course the old shootout, like I mentioned, the shootout escaped. Then you like Adventures on the Trail, which leads to both lawmen and outlaws getting into the climax shootout with where they reluctantly team up against Comancheros, because they did not like the Bishop gang cutting in, or gringo lawmen cutting in on their territory. And even more badass is how when the game works up, Mace Bishop robs the bank. And while everybody else is looking for the other members of the gang, which almost sounds like should have been more like a smarter plan to begin with, of do like a diversion. And then of course you got, like I already mentioned, that epic shootout in the town, where the outlaws and lawmen eventually team up. Then there's pretty much the rest of the movie, where it's just, which is about them going on, just riding on the trail, and Bishop D. Bishop basically fighting off the rest of his gang over who gets a piece of Raquel Welch's character. And even an ideal casting of his members of the gang, like you had Will Gear, though in this case you get a typo of him typed as Will Greer when he was Will Gear, when he was best known as the grandpa from the Waltons. Especially in other Western masterpieces such as this. I mean, talk about a great and well-written story about how two brothers basically buried a hatchet over how D. Bishop basically started the whole life of crime, starting with Ronald Quantrill in the Civil War, and Mace Bishop, who tries to go straight until his brother gets captured, and then does the right thing and saves his brother. And then of course he got like one epic shootout at the beginning, and then one at the end, and then of course a lot of trail horse riding scenes after that, and a 106-minute action, style movie, level minute range movie, and about a 4 or 5. I'm going to give about a 4 out of 5 because, I mean, great acting, but felt like I could have had a higher body count. And it's kind of like when it starts out, like how most movies get, you like to start out with like a slam bang punk action, then action scenes, to bunch of nothing to epic scene kind of deals with just cliche, but can be debatable regarding how your opinion on it is. But definitely a great masterpiece of a Western. I mean, which I always kind of thought when it came to Jimmy Stewart, Western, and Dean Martin as actors, I'd say Westerns were the best things they'd done. Especially kind of goes for Raquel Welch, because between this and Hanny Caller, but overall, 4 out of 5. Alright, y'all. I'll do it for this week. Keep subscribe. Throw in a recommendation and some recommendations, and I'll keep dishing them out. Alright, y'all. Peace.